To help drive home the need for a major policy reform, Mayor Bloomberg cited some sobering statistics about young men in New York City who are black or Hispanic. They have a 50% higher poverty rate, a 60% higher unemployment rate, and make up 90% of all young murder victims and perpetrators.
These statistics now aren't so different from those in other cities, but let me tell you, they are totally unacceptable here. We don't and we won't accept them.
To combat the problem, Bloomberg proposed a major overhaul of the city's juvenile justice system in his State of the City speech, putting more of an emphasis on prevention, less on incarceration. He also proposed, among other things, using stimulus money to place young people in jobs, tackling teen pregnancy by improving access to contraceptives, and combating truancy, in part by sending parents text messages when their kids don't show up for school, ideas that won him praise.
I love the notion of trying to help make sure that young people get in trouble don't end up in jail but actually get helped in their own community. I love the notion of focusing on disconnected youth.
The truth is we do have a juvenile justice system that isn't getting people out of trouble. And to think boldly about how to restructure that, particularly now in a recession, I think is going to help a lot of people who are at a fork in the road.
Bloomberg also proposed a number of programs to help those hit hardest by the recession, not only with programs like job training, but also by partnering with the private sector to help provide loans, mortgage assistance, and bank accounts with no minimum balance. Bloomberg also took a swipe at state officials for hundreds of millions of dollars in proposed cuts in aid. Even some of the mayor's most frequent critics gave him generally high marks for the speech and credited him for some innovative ideas, but they also took a wait-and-see approach on some issues, including the mayor's promise to cut bureaucratic red tape and make it easier to open and run a small business.
We want to make sure that city government and the Bloomberg administration actually works to help small businesses. There is a lingering sentiment, a negative sentiment, that government keeps helping Wall Street and is not helping Main Street.
Mindful of fiscal realities, Bloomberg also promised a more streamlined, efficient government and some helpful high-tech services like GPS devices on school buses so parents know exactly when their children are getting home, and city-issued bracelets embedded with GPS so families can locate seniors with Alzheimer's. In Queens, Bobby Kuza, New York One.